What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. I was just getting ready for tonight's debate stream that starts at 8 Eastern. So hopefully you'll tune in for that. It'll be over on the Mean Green website only. It's the only website I can trust that won't take the stream down. But we just got a brand new report. I had a different video kind of scheduled in this time slot that was talking about some other text messages that came out that were more kind of funny than sad. These messages, this new report, for guys like me, by the way, I've been getting crushed in the comments and on Twitter, people saying terrible things about me. People forget that I crusaded against creeps in the Magic the Gathering community. People pretending like I'm covering up for this, that, or the other thing. I just wanted to wait for more information. What we have now is a report from the original esports journalist, the original guy that said he had certain information. Now, unfortunately for Slasher, who is Rod Breslau, the guy who basically had to put his career on hold for years after claiming he knew why, it's in Rolling Stone. Nobody trusts Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone printed stories about, waiting rooms being overloaded because of people with, eating horse paste, things like that. However, this article does talk about, it does confirm the last thing that I was waiting for. As outside of the actual chat logs, my question was, and had been until 5 minutes ago, did he know that the person, that he shouldn't have been talking to that person, and when they find, or, did he know how old they were? And then did he continue the conversation after the fact? And it looks like the answer is, in fact, yes. I think I totally respect some, diehard fans to continue to say, like, look, let me say this much before people react so, emotionally to it. As far as I know, it was just conversations. And as far as I also know, that there's no, laws that were broken here that we know of. So we still haven't seen the chat logs. But we did get some confirmation that he, in fact, did know that he was talking to somebody he shouldn't be, and that he had indicated that it was not a problem for him. Bad. Very, very bad. Have we seen the actual conversations? No. Was he arrested? No. But now we know that it, in fact, cost him a YouTube deal. I suspect he may be banned or demonetized from YouTube after this, to be honest with you, because now that YouTube has been drug into this. 4 years later, after gamer, celebrity, and streaming star Dr. Disrespect was banned from Twitch for undisclosed reasons, reports emerged this week that he had been using the Amazon-owned platform direct messaging feature to send spicy messages to people he shouldn't have been. Now, internal responses to those conversations, long a subject of rumor and speculation, are coming to light. Back in June, there was a big Me As Well movement on Twitch where 70 different people were, brought up on various, claims, this, that, and the other thing. I don't care about the background of it. Most of, the Me Too movement was baloney, sausage, and clout grabbing. That's, quite frankly, that's how it all, none of those guys went to jail, as far as I know, right? The gossip reached a fever pitch on Friday when former Twitch employee Cody Connors, without naming Dr. Disrespect, tweeted out what he interpreted as an explanation of why he had been banned. Beam denied any wrongdoing in a tweet following the next day. I didn't do anything wrong. All this has been probed and settled. Nothing illegal. No wrongdoing was found. And that's probably still true. Okay. But I just can't do I'm talking to, Doc would have been 35, 36 at the time. He knew that he was talking to somebody he shouldn't be, acknowledged it, and continued to do so. According to this source, again, the source has remained anonymous. So for people saying, well, it's just one anonymous source, I don't trust them. I understand why you feel that way. However, I'll tell you this. If Rolling Stone and Rod Breslau knew this for years and said he would only publish it if somebody like a Rolling Stone or Washington Post would publish it to cover him legally. So they're publishing this under the guise that if their source isn't good, they're getting sued. So, if Doc doesn't sue them, like Doc has to sue them. If he doesn't sue them, then, that's, it's going to lead people to believe that it's true. Of course, he wrote no non-doing. Since then, he's been fired from basically everything, Midnight Society, all this kind of stuff. Now, Beam, who did not reply to requests for comment for this story, once again took to Twitter to defend himself in a long statement, which we talk about, where he edited a single word in and out multiple times. Now, here's where things get interesting. A former Twitch trust and safety employee who worked on the platform at the time he was banned and has direct knowledge of the matter confirmed to Rolling Stone that he continued to send spicy messages to the person which he knew was not appropriate, not of the correct age. That right there, champions. Again, I joined Doc's Champions Club on YouTube the day he came to YouTube. I backed him in his ban from Twitch because nobody knew, right? Nobody knew why Twitch had banned him. But that is tough. That is, again, let me read that again. A former trust and safety employee who worked for the platform at the time that he was banned said that he had direct knowledge of the matter, confirmed that Dr. Disrespect continued to send these type of messages to somebody he shouldn't have been after knowing that they were, even after finding out. The employee who requested anonymity to avoid jeopardizing their career also said that crucial elements of Dr. Disrespect's latest defensive tweet are inaccurate. Quote, I recall that Dr. Disrespect was made aware by this individual that they should not be getting these messages during the conversation, after which he indicated that it was no problem and continued on. The former employee says, there was no confusion. Messages sent after this was acknowledged were no less spicy and, in nature than before. And I think more than the categorization of, quote, leaning too much into the direction of being inappropriate might indicate. So this is what I believe. I talked about this on stream this morning. When he said that, I was like, yeah, right. Seeing these other alleged leaked message conversations, the ex-Twitch employee has also, again, they're writing all of this knowing that if they can't prove it, they're going to get sued, right? And so unless Doc sues them, the ex-Twitch employee also provided Rolling Stone a more detailed account of the internal conversations at Twitch following the report. They say the details of Dr. Disrespect's case are coming out because of Connor's tweet last week. Cody definitely got the ball rolling. Me and many former colleagues are only comfortable speaking up now because of it. Our priority is always the safety of those on the receiving end of these conversations and keeping their identity secret. Well, why did you wait 4 years then? While initial reports about the messages came through in 2020, an investigation began. After viewing the contents of the whisper conversation, it quickly became clear that egregiousness of the conduct and what actions Twitch must take. The former employee said the decision to permanently terminate him was relatively quick due to the severity of the behavior. Now, why did they pay him out? This is a question many people will still ask. Twitch can and won't make these messages public. They should, though. Oh, sorry, they can't and they won't make them public, the ex-employee says, as this not only would put the victim out there, but the investigations by law enforcement. So apparently there's some sort of investigations going on still. I don't know about that. YouTube's former head of global gaming partnerships, Ryan Watt, confirmed that Rolling Stone that Guy Beam, Dr. Disrespect, was not offered a contract due to chatter about the circumstances of his Twitch ban. He says that Twitch employees and journalists investigating the incident told YouTube employees that it involved this type of messages. quote, the unfortunate part was there were so many rumors circulating in the industry, one of, of who was involved, but no one produced firsthand knowledge or evidence. And because of these rumors, there was no reason to entertain doing a deal with Dr. Disrespect, and no evidence produced means you can't act on a terms of service violation. The whole situation got even, so they were trying to ban him. The whole situation got even more confusing when Twitch settled and effectively said no wrongdoing, which made everyone in the industry dismiss the rumors. But even still, there was never any reason to do a deal with him after the ban. Spokesperson for CAA's talent agency tells Rolling Stone he is no longer a client and hasn't been for some time. Obviously, everything that's going on, not good. Not good. I had known that this was going to come out, but even I could not report on this until we saw it printed somewhere else. I'd hoped it wouldn't be true. A lot of people in the comments saying, hey, secondhand reports aren't going to make anything better at this point. It all has to go public. Yeah, I mean, if Doc has the messages, he's got to put them out there. He has to put them out there, and they have to be not bad. A lot of people saying, hey, it's Rolling Stone, da-da-da-da-da. Well, we'll find out. If Doc sues them, okay. If Doc decides to sue them, not good. For me, I think this, the fact that he knew and continued the conversations, I hope that he's learned, he's fixed himself, everybody gets salvation. See, Melanie Mack is rubbing off on me a little bit. Everyone is entitled to a redemption arc. But at this point, unless I see the messages, and the messages aren't that bad, I've got to be out on this one. He may not be what people say, but he obviously clearly had a big problem, and he's going to have to respond to this because this is very, very bad. It kind of gets rid of all the cope that I was doing where like, hey, maybe he didn't know. Maybe the messages weren't that bad. That doesn't look like that's the case anymore. Tough news to see. I'd hoped that it wasn't true. I get wanting to cling on to, anonymous sources, but once Rolling Stone prints it, unless they get sued, Doc's going to have to sue them to really give anyone any hope that this is being overblown. At the end of the day, there's a whole lot of smoke going on here. So one might think that there's going to be some fire at the end of it. Tough.